Just a few days ago, Dragon Age the Veilguard was absolutely humiliated by the Warhorse Studios co-founder after he compared the player numbers for Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and Veilguard's, and Kingdom Come Deliverance had more, even though Veilguard only came out nearly 2 months ago. But of course, now Shills are seething at the comparison. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I was not a fan of Dragon Age the Veilguard. I thought it was an extremely terrible game all around. It did not feel like Dragon Age. It felt like a mediocre fantasy game, and we just expect more from AAA titles at this point. When we are waiting a decade for a game to release, yeah, you have to go above and beyond. You have to really impress us, and we were all disappointed. But now, of course, the shills are seething over the roast that the game got the other day. So it says Dragon Age the Veilguard shills are not happy with Daniel Vara humiliating the game by comparing it to Kingdom Come Deliverance. So just a few days ago, he posted, wow, 7-year-old game versus a recent release. Yeah, keep in mind that Veilguard only released at the very end of October, so you would think that the player numbers would not have fallen off this much. And Kingdom Come Deliverance also had a higher all-time peak than Veilguard. They are similar numbers, don't get me wrong. It's not like we're talking about 1 million players versus 5,000 players, but we're still talking about Veilguard's all-time peak on Steam being 89,000 and Deliverance's being 96,000. And we're not talking about other platforms here. They did release on other platforms. We don't have all of those player numbers, but we can see the current charts, and it's looking bad for Veilguard. Yes, it's a single player title, so people play it and then they move on, but you could say the same thing about Deliverance. It's not like it's a game known for its multiplayer like a Call of Duty. But now numerous Veilguard shills are not happy with the comparison. One, of course, wrote, there are a million reasons why you shouldn't post or even think this way. As a developer who knows what it's like to be in the trenches and who knows that in this industry anything can happen, you can and should be more mature than this. And Daniel responded with, thank you for your advice on how to think, which is, yeah, a great response, because this person is telling him to not think in a certain way, which is disgusting. People should be able to think what they want and say what they want and act how they want. You can judge them for the way that they're speaking or acting, but at the end of the day, you should never tell somebody how they should think, okay? They can think however they want. But he's also saying that you should be more mature about this. He wasn't being immature. He literally just said a 7-year-old game versus a recent release. This is his game. He's comparing it to this recent release. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out in just a couple of months. They actually pushed forward the release date because of how confident they're feeling in the state of the game, which is very rare these days. Maybe like once or twice a year we hear about a game of this caliber actually being moved forward in a release date. But I mean, this person thinks that they know best and that he believes that Daniel shouldn't even think this way. Another person wrote, I could say a few things about Deliverance, but I'm too polite. I will say stupid comparing yourselves to a franchise that's on its 4th title release and is still going this strong despite past failures. We'll see if Kingdom will make it there with the same numbers, but I suggest you zip it. Until then, yeah, it's pretty hilarious that a 4th game in a franchise is doing worse than a 7-year-old game that only has 1 game in its franchise so far. Again, it's going to have the 2nd in just a few weeks, but we're talking about the 4th iteration versus only 1 single game, and that 1 single game is doing better than that 4th iteration. It's mind-blowing that these people do not see how ridiculous they sound. It's like they just press enter on literally anything that comes to their mind without actually thinking about it first. Now, of course, these people don't actually want to talk about how well Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is doing, and that's the reason why why people are replaying the first game, but it's currently sitting at number 13 on SteamDB's most wishlisted upcoming Steam games list, and is currently 94th in the top sellers despite not releasing until the beginning of February. And furthermore, the game has 106,000 followers already, and for comparison, Veilguard, which released at the end of October, only had 94,000 followers and is currently in the 131st position on Steam's top sellers list. And I would bet money on the fact that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is going to launch to significantly higher player counts than Veilguard even did. I mean, maybe that won't be the case, but I definitely think it will happen because of how much hype is surrounding this title. Another tried to actually one-up Vara by comparing Deliverance to the 2012 release Euro Truck Simulator 3, saying, bragging about your very mediocre medieval sim, besting the other mediocre wannabe ARPG has gotta be some hilarious form of delusion. Chill, some basement dwellers liked your shit simulator. There's more people playing a truck simulator than your shit medieval sim. And he said, yeah, they are my friends. We had a beer not long ago. I wish them all the best. Why is it that people want to cause drama between these developers? Sure, if a developer wants to speak out against another developer, they can do that. But why are they like trying to cause drama? Daniel Vara did that because his new game is coming out in a month. Is Euro Truck Simulator 27 coming out in a month? No, it's not. Despite Deliverance having an all-time higher concurrent player count than Veilguard, many resorted to claiming that the reason why the player counts were so high is because it was discounted, and this is true, right? Over the past 7 years, Kingdom Come Deliverance has gone on sale quite a lot. However, though, he was quickly informed that Kill the Justice League also recently had a 95% sale, and it did not drive the player count to the levels that Deliverance was even having, which is hilarious, but also true. Kill the Justice League is another game that came out this year that's doing terribly, and they just had announced that they are officially done supporting the game. They're done developing it. This season 4 is going to be the last season. I talked about that in another video, but just because a game goes on sale does not mean that that is the only reason why people are playing it. Yes, I'm sure a lot of people are doing new playthroughs, they're getting ready for Deliverance 2, but you can't say that the discount is the only reason why there are tons of people who are giving this another shot. But these people are triggered over the fact that Daniel simply is comparing his player counts versus Veilguard's player counts, and you would think that a BioWare game that just came out a few weeks ago would be doing absolutely amazing, and it's not. And that's just because at the end of the day, Dragon Age the Veilguard was a pretty terrible title, and the few shills who liked it are of course on social media spewing hatred towards Daniel Vara, which isn't particularly shocking given these people are super sensitive snowflakes and they want to defend Veilguard, so they will do anything in their power to, and people are pointing and laughing at them saying you guys are absolutely ridiculous. So we only have a couple of more weeks before Deliverance 2's launch, and I will be streaming it. I am certainly looking forward to it, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.